So in this video, we'll be treating episode 12 for JAMB biology likely question, which should be from question 221 to question 240. And in the previous episode, which is episode 11, which is from question 201 to question 220. So now in this episode, it will be from question 221 to question 240. So guys, you can check the number right here. If you are interested in the JAMB tutorial, just start this number right here. Join the tutorial. So guys, let's dive into the question. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now after we continue. Question 221. An organism which exhibits extracellular digestion is A. Spirogyra, B. Paramecium, C. Amoeba, D. Rhizopus. So look at it. Which of the options can be the correct answer? Let's start from Spirogyra. Spirogyra is a green plant. It's a green plant and it does not exhibit extracellular digestion. And for Paramecium, Paramecium does not exhibit extracellular digestion. Paramecium and Amoeba are classified under microorganisms. And for Rhizopus, Rhizopus is also a type of fungi, and fungi exhibit extracellular digestion. So an organism which exhibits extracellular digestion is Rhizopus. Rhizopus. Question 222. The dominant phase in the life cycle of a fern is the A. Prothallus, B. Sporophyte, C. Antheridium, D. Gametophyte. In a life cycle of a fern, the dominant phase is the sporophyte, which you can find in option B. Is the sporophyte, not gametophyte. Sporophyte is the dominant phase in the life cycle of a fern. Question 223. Which of the following is the lowest category of classification of living organisms? Which of the following is the lowest category of classification of living organisms? So guys, I will list out the classification of living organisms. There are 7 classifications and I will list it out. So I will show you the lowest and the highest. So guys, let's see it. We have the kingdom. We have the phylum. Kingdom, phylum, we have the class. We have the order. We have the family. Family make it 5. We have the genus. And we also have the species. So if you are going from the lowest to the highest, you start from here. This is the lowest and this is the highest. The hierarchy is starting from here to here. So this is the highest, this is the lowest. So genus is higher than species, family is higher than genus, order is higher than family, class is higher than order, phylum is higher than class, while kingdom is the overall and it's also higher than phylum to species. I hope you understand the hierarchy now. So let's go back to the question. Which of the following is the lowest category of classification of living organisms? So if you check the option, we have class, species, family, genus. The lowest here is species. Species is in the option. Assuming species is not in the option, we would have gone for the next one, which is genus. So I hope you understand that now. Question 224. The opening and closing of the stomata are regulated by A. Transpiration, B. Respiration, C. Diffusion, D. Osmosis. So the opening and closing of stomata are being regulated by the osmosis. The osmosis regulates the opening and closing of stomata. And for transpiration, it is when loss of water occurs. So the opening and closing of stomata are regulated by the osmosis. So guys, let's move to the next one. Question 225. To facilitate gaseous exchange, breathing root must have A. Stomata, B. lenticels, C. Cuticle, D. Mitochondria. So let's start from mitochondria. Mitochondria does not have anything to do with gaseous exchange. Mitochondria does not facilitate gaseous exchange. What mitochondria do is that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It functions as the powerhouse of the cell. And for cuticle, cuticle does not facilitate gaseous exchange. What facilitates gaseous exchange in plant is lenticels and stomata. Lenticels and stomata. So where both facilitate gaseous exchange is different. Stomata facilitate gaseous exchange in the stem, while lenticel facilitate gaseous exchange in the root. So to facilitate gaseous exchange, breathing root must have lenticel because lenticel facilitate gaseous exchange in the root. So your correct answer is lenticels. Question 226. The first terrestrial vertebrate evolved from A. Pisces, B. Reptilia, C. Amphibian, D. Mammalia. So guys, I want you to be very attentive. This question is split into two. The first one is the first terrestrial vertebrate, and the second one is evolved from. So what is the first terrestrial vertebrate in land? What is the first terrestrial vertebrate? And it is evolved from where? We need to first know the first terrestrial vertebrate. So the first terrestrial vertebrate is amphibian. It's already in the option. It's amphibian. And we can't pick amphibian. Do you know why? Because that is not the question they are asking. They are asking that the first terrestrial vertebrate evolved from. They are asking from where amphibian evolved. Because amphibian is the first terrestrial vertebrate. And amphibian evolved from Pisces. Pisces, which is option A. And Pisces are also known as fishes. So the first terrestrial vertebrate evolved from Pisces, which is the correct answer. Question 227. The leech and the earthworm belong to the A. mollusk, B. crustacean, C. arachnid, D. annelid. So let's start from mollusk. Mollusk. Leech and earthworm does not belong to mollusk. Let me list out the organism under mollusk. Under mollusk, you can find oyster, you can find snail. These are animals that you can find under mollusk. Under crustacean, you can find crab. You can also find crayfish. You can also find prawns. And under arachnid, you can find spider. And we can also find scorpion. You can also find scorpion. And for annelid, you can find leech and earthworm under annelid. And we can also find sea worm. Sea worms. So annelid is the correct answer. The leech and the earthworm belong to the annelid. So I want you guys to all know this. Question 228. The feature that makes locomotion in water easy for fish is the A. scaly body, B. slimy body, C. streamlined body, D. lateral line. So scaly body, slimy body, and lateral line are not the feature that makes locomotion very easy in water for fish. The only one that makes locomotion easy for fish in water is streamlined body. And what's locomotion? Locomotion means movement. So streamlined body reduces friction. Friction obstructs the aid of movement in water. So what streamlined body does, because streamlined body is in the fishes. The streamlined body in the fishes, it reduces friction and aid in movement. It aids movement in water for fishes. So the feature that makes locomotion in water easy for fish is the streamlined body. So guys, for those that have not subscribed, they should subscribe now because you have a lot to learn. And if you are just new here and you haven't watched episode 1 to 11, please find a moment to watch it after watching this video because you have a lot to learn there. So guys, let's move to the next one. Question 129. Flatworms and roundworms are said to be invertebrate because A. They are small animals. B. They can live inside the vertebrate. C. Some of them are unicellular. D. They have no backbone. So both flatworms and roundworms are invertebrate, and we have vertebrate and invertebrate. So invertebrate, the main function of invertebrate is that invertebrates have no backbone, while vertebrates have backbone. The most significant difference between vertebrate and invertebrate is that vertebrates have backbone and invertebrates have no backbone. So let's check the option. It says flatworm and roundworm are said to be invertebrate because they are small animals. No. Vertebrates too have small animals. Option B, they can live inside the vertebrate. No. Animal can't live inside another animal, or organism can't live inside another organism. Can't expect flatworm to live inside bed. That's wrong. Option C, some of them are unicellular. No. Option D, they have no backbone. Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you the other time. Flatworm and roundworm are said to be invertebrate because they have no backbone. Question 130. Each of the following is an arthropod except the A. Crab, D. Spider, C. Cockroach, D. Snail. So crab, spider, and cockroach are all arthropods. They all possess exoskeleton and they are all chitinous in nature. The odd one there is snail. Snail belong to mollusks. Snail is the correct answer and it belongs to mollusks. As I said earlier, that snail are classified under mollusk. And I said earlier that crab is under crustacean, spider is under arachnid. So, but all these three are all still under arthropods because they possess exoskeleton and they are chitinous in nature, including cockroach. So guys, let's move to question 131. Parental care is exhibited by A. Snail, B. Earthworm, C. Bird, D. Toad. So mama is the one that exhibits the longest period of parental care in life. The one that exhibits the most longest parental care is mammals. An example of mammal that exhibits parental care is birds. Question 132. Kwashiorkor is caused by severe deficiency of A. Water, B. Oil, C. Drugs, D. Protein. It's not protein, it's called protein. So kwashiorkor is a malnutrition disorder. When I say malnutrition disorder, I mean kwashiorkor is when the body lacks insufficient protein and consume high carbohydrate diet. It means when there is little or no protein and there is high carbohydrate diet in the body, and this leads to kwashiorkor, and it mainly occur in children because of poor food growth. So it is mainly caused by severe deficiency of protein. So guys, if you are learning on this platform, make sure you share to your friends and your classmates, and make sure you share it to WhatsApp status and other social media platform. So guys, let's move to the next one. Question 133. The part of a domestic fowl responsible for preventing its loss is A. Phyloplume. B. Contour feather. C. Down feather. D. Quill. So let's start from the quill. The quill is also known as flight feather. Flight feather. It is found in the wings and tail of the domestic fowl. So, and we also have the down feather. The down feather, it is the part of the domestic fowl that prevents its loss. It prevents what? Its loss. So down feather is the correct answer. And for phyloplume, phyloplume is a hair-like material in the domestic fowl. It's found in the domestic fowl with an unknown function. The function of phyloplume is unknown. So guys, let's move to the next one. Question 134. Leaf to be tested for starch is placed in a alcohol to do what? A. Soften it. B. Decolorize it. C. Harden it. D. Cool it. So leaf is being placed in alcohol when tested in order to decolorize it. By placing leaf in alcohol, the alcohol breaks down the chlorophyll, and once the alcohol breaks down the chlorophyll in the leaf, the green color in the leaf will be removed. And once the green color in the leaf is removed, the leaf is being decolorized. By removing the green color in the leaf, the leaf is being decolorized. So it has no color. The color is being decolorized. So leaf to be tested for starch is placed in alcohol to decolorize it. Decolorize it is the correct answer. I want you guys to note this. Question 135. Which of these is the terminal portion of the alimentary canal of a mammal? Which of these is the terminal portion of the alimentary canal of a mammal? We have esophagus, B. Stomach, C. Rectum, D. Colon. All these four are what are found. All these four are found in the alimentary canal of a mammal. Starting from the esophagus to the stomach to the colon to the rectum. All these four are found in the alimentary canal of a mammal. But the terminal portion, the last part of the alimentary canal, is also known as the terminal portion, is the rectum. Feces are stored in the rectum and it pass through the anus during defecation. So rectum is also the terminal portion of the alimentary canal in mammal. Rectum is the correct answer. Question 136. Which of these is a trace element? Guys, be very attentive here. Which of these is a trace element? A. Iron. B. Copper. C. Calcium. D. Sulfur. What is trace element? Trace element is also known as minor element. Minor element. We have minor element. We have major element. Trace element is also known as the minor element. So guys, let me list out the trace element, which is also known as minor element. For minor element, we have molybdenum, we have zinc, we have copper, and we also have boron and manganese. This is for micro, which is also known as trace element. And for macro, we have nitrogen, we have phosphorus, we have potassium, we also have magnesium. So we also have iron, we have calcium, and we have sulfur. That's why it's very important to watch this video to the end. And for those that have not subscribed to this channel, you are really missing a lot. Subscribe now. because in one video I already listed the micro element and the macro element, because JAMB do ask this question every year. So it's very important to find a note to jot these elements down to know the one that are micro. For micro, we have molybdenum, zinc, copper, boron, and manganese. So for manganese is in micro, while magnesium is in macro. So for macro, we have nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, iron, calcium, sulfur. So these are all elements that are under micro and macro. So let's check the option. For iron is under macro. For copper is under micro. For calcium is under macro. And for sulfur is under macro. So if we have to check, the question says which of these is a trace element, and I explained that trace elements are micro elements. The one that is trace element in the option is copper. You can find it here. Copper is the correct answer. So guys, let's move to the next one. Question 137. Which of the following animals has homodont dentition? Which of the following animal has homodont dentition? A. Rat, B. Man, C. Lizard, D. Pigeon. So what's homodont dentition? Homodont dentition is having same set of teeth. So we have to check the following animal that have same set of teeth. For pigeon have no teeth. And pigeon is a type of bird. So for lizard has same set of teeth. So lizard is the correct answer. Lizard is homodont dentition, which also means same set of teeth. So we have types of dentition. We have zero dentition. These zero dentition are dentition that have no teeth. For example, pigeon. For example, we have birds or aves. Birds and aves are homodont, are zero dentition. And the next one is homodont dentition. Homodont dentition are the one that have same set of teeth. For example, we have lizard under reptile, and under fishes we have tilapia. Tilapia have same set of teeth. And for man is heterodont. And for rat is also heterodont. Both rat and man are all heterodont dentition. When I say heterodont dentition, what is heterodont dentition? Heterodont dentition are dentition of different sets of teeth. So both man and rat have different set of teeth. So what are the different sort of teeth they have? They have the molar, they have premolar, we have canine, and we have incisor. So these are the different type of teeth man and rat possess. This is the reason why they are called heterodont. So anywhere in biology, anywhere you see hetero, this hetero means different and homo means the same. So I want you to note that. Question 138. Sclerenchymal cells are lignified to A. Strengthen and support the plant, B. Transport synthesized food, C. Conduct water and salt, D. Protect the plant from injury. Sclerenchymal cell does not protect the plant from injury. So option D is wrong. Option C, conduct water and salt, no. Sclerenchymal cells does not conduct water and salt. It is the xylem that conduct water and salt in the plant. Option B, transport synthesized food, no. Sclerenchymal cell does not transport synthesized food. So it is the phlegm that transports synthesized food. It is the phlegm that transports synthesized food. And option A, strengthen and support to the plant. Yes, that is what sclerenchyma cell does. It is lignified to strengthen and support and give support to the plant. Question 139. Which of the following is an excretory organ? A. Lungs, B. Kidney, C. Leaf, D. Large intestine. Let's start from lungs. Lungs is an excretory organ. Kidney also is an excretory organ. Leaf also is an excretory organ. But large intestine is not an excretory organ. We have colon, which is large intestine. Colon can be found in the large intestine, and after colon we can find the rectum. This colon pass out the feces, so the colon is not an excretory organ, which is also the large intestine. Large intestine is not an excretory organ. Question 240. Oh, should be 2. Sorry for the mistake. Question 240. The main reproductive organ of a flower is A. Stamen, B. petal, C. sepal, D. carpel. For those that are always mixing this option up, I will explain to you guys. Starting from carpel. Carpel is also known as pistil. And this carpel or pistil, it is the female reproductive organ of a flower. For sepal, sepal is the protective organ of a flower. Protective organ of a flower. It protects the flower. And for petal, petal attract pollinator. It attracts what? Pollinator. While stamen is the main reproductive organ of a flower. And if you check the option, stamen is the correct answer. It is the male reproductive organ of a flower. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you found this helpful, please like, share and subscribe. So keep practicing and keep learning. See you in the next one.